there everybody, Survivalpunk here, and welcome to the 4th installment of my Smite strategy video series. And today, we are looking at the Norse god of thunder, Thor. Now, Thor is a very interesting, not very complex god. He has a very good moveset. He has a very... It's diverse, it's simple, it's easy to understand, and it's very effective. His passive ability is Warrior's Madness. Thor gains physical power for each enemy god within 30 units of him. Physical power bonus is 15, max stacks 3, which helps him be very successful in Joust, and is a large part to why he can be very effective when using certain moves like Berserker Barrage. We'll get to that later. His second ability is, well, his first ability technically, is Mjolnir's Atonement. Thor throws Mjolnir forward, doing damage to all enemies in its path. If hit twice, minions will take half damage, while gods take double damage from the return while the hammer is flying. Pressing the button again will teleport Thor to his hammer. Minimum damage is 50, maximum damage is 210, plus 30% of your physical power. Tectonic Rift is his second ability. It attacks in a line, much like Mjolnir. It is physical, much like, of course. Thor slams his hammer on the ground, causing a fissure to appear in front of him, stunning enemies and blocking movement. It stuns for 0.8 seconds, but on maximum it stuns for 1.6 seconds, and its lifetime is 4 seconds. A really good wall, and of course, as it read, a good stun. Berserker Barrage. Thor spins his hammer around him, doing damage every 4 seconds. Thor is immune to knock up for the duration. Damage per tick is 20 minimum, maximum 100 on the maximum, and then plus 45% of your physical power on both. Duration is 2 seconds. And his ultimate, Anvil of Dawn. It targets a ground. It hits a ground target. It is physical, of course. Its radius is 20. After a short build-up, Thor leaps into the air. While in the air, Thor can target a great distance away to come crashing down in the area, dealing damage and stunning all enemies in the radius. 150 minimum damage, 350 maximum damage, plus 120% of your physical power. And it stuns you for 1.5 seconds. That is vicious. That being said, I will explain and elaborate further on his abilities right now. Mjolnir's Atonement, his first ability, is good for lane clear, and it's good for travel. It teleports you out of tough areas. As you can see right there, it allows you to teleport through walls, really helps you get to where you need to be faster, but mostly it's good for escape. Thor's second ability, Tectonic Rift, as you just saw me use, is also really good for escape as well, because you can turn around. Skilled Thor players can turn around real quick and use it to stun you, so they can run away. But it's mostly also good for walling and securing kills. As you can see, I use a combination of Tectonic Rift and the Mjolnir's Atonement to secure kills for my ally gods on the first 2 kills of this Joust match, which is very effective, showing how very effective those abilities are for securing and whatnot. Thor's third ability, Berserker Barrage, is also really good as well, because it's really good against lane clear, but it's mostly good for mobbed up minions and grouped up enemies, which also benefits greatly from your passive, which gives you extra damage for every enemy god around you. As you're about to see in a second, there's another good example of Tectonic Rift being very skillful in securing kills, and the damage that, Berserker Barrage can unleash upon an enemy. Thor's ultimate, Anvil of the Dawn, which you're about to see in a second, is a very good move to use. Beforehand, as you can see, I can secure a kill with Berserker Barrage. Again, a very powerful, very effective move. But here's Anvil of the Dawn. Anvil of the Dawn allows you to go large lengths of distance across the map. It's why Thor is a really good jungler. Sadly, I die there, but as you can see, I secured the kill with a 1-for-1. and that's not too bad to say the least. Right here, I attempted to do Anvil of the Dawn to secure the kill on that god right there, but sadly, Raw got the kill. Although, you know, it's fine, it's not really sadly. But I do, again, use the Anvil of the Dawn to tower dive, which is what it's also good for, to secure the kill there. As you just saw, that's another thing Tectonic Rift is really good for. Very skilled Thor players can use Tectonic Rift to pin enemy gods against the wall by using it at an angle. Although this is very hard to do, but when used correctly, can be very successful in terms of securing kills. Again, there's Mjolnir's Atonement going in for extra damage, and Berserker Barrage again, sending in that extra just sending massive damage towards the enemy's opposition, and securing the kill for Ra, and securing a kill for myself. As you can see, there's another example of Tectonic Rift getting that stun in, just securing that kill for Agni right there. Tectonic Rift is very good for kill securing. I just can't emphasize that enough. But as you can see right here, I nearly die from Ra, which is sad, but I escaped just in the nick of time. And Anvil of the Dawn for just a second, again in that quick tower dive for a kill. Sadly, I died right there, but I knew I was going to die. I just needed to secure that kill for my team at that moment in time. Here, I am doing Anvil of the Dawn again, but sadly, I do not succeed. I take too long going for the target. I was trying to be too accurate, and then I Berserker Barrage incorrectly. But thankfully, with some careful, clever plays using my, Thor's first ability and Thor's second ability to escape, I actually do get away. Sadly, he comes in, throws me up, but I still use those smart plays. I use Thor's abilities to properly escape. So as you can see, as long as you're quick-witted, as long as you react fast, you can get out of those tough situations and survive. That's a lot of the strength that comes from Thor's kit. Again, Berserker Barrage, really good for securing your own kills. And, ooh, almost got it there. I need him to just get away from me. And, bam! Thor's first ability, in for the win, Mjolnir's Atonement, securing your escape. But just before I can head out the base, she tower dives me, but I get the kill with Berserker's Barrage. And then, Mjolnir's Atonement to get away. Right about here, I go for Anvil of the Dawn. Anubis makes a smart play by using his ability right under me as I'm charging up my Anvil of Dawn, but it doesn't do enough damage. I hit Anubis, stun him, and go straight in for the kill. At this point, I try to do what I can, but I almost get killed, so I go for the escape. He tower dives us, but I try to do all I can, hoping that we can secure the kill with the combination of our damage and the towers. But as I charge in with Mjolnir's Atonement, I didn't realize that my ally was dead, but luckily I did manage to escape. And right there, not to toot my own horn, but another prime example of that hard to use, but very well placed Tectonic Rift to pin the enemy and securing the kill for Agni. At this moment in time, we're kind of waiting for the opponents. We're kind of dancing around for a moment. Just a second here, though, I decide to go through to the jungle and get a jungle buff, as you're about to see in a moment. Right there, I rush in with Mjolnir's Atonement, and then Berserker Barrage to secure the kill real quickly on the camp, which is another thing about Thor's kick that I really like. You can camp pretty well. Then I Anvil of the Dawn up, and go straight for the enemy god, and plowing right into him, stunning him, getting my Berserker Barrage for damage, Tectonic Rift right at the right moment to secure that kill, but Anubis gets me with a very well placed ability, right under my feet. Right about here, I used Tectonic Rift trying to stun him and get for the kill, but it was useless because he was the tank. Agni does secure a kill though right there. I use Anvil of the Dawn, and I pick up that Anubis kill just before he escapes. Luckily, they accidentally knock me right out of the tower, and I manage to escape before dying. I go in for a Tectonic Rift, and although you don't see it there, I do manage to escape, but I do narrowly die.
Right here, I Berserker Barrage and help out my teammate, securing the kill on him once again. And then readying Tectonic Rift for a stun. Again, Mariner's Atonement's really good for travel. As you can see, you can teleport straight through walls and get to where you need to be at any time. Right there, I attempt a good Tectonic Rift, Berserker Barrage for the kill, and sadly, their tank gets away. That being said, this is all the footage I have on Thor, going right back to the build itself.
That's all out of the way. I will tell you kind of a good order to keep his abilities in, and I just personally feel that first ability you should get is honestly Mjolnir's Atonement. That is because not only is it good for lane clear, but it allows you to escape in those clutch situations, especially early on, and especially when you're playing Siege and or Conquest. His second ability is of course Berserker Barrage, because, and it could be Tectonic Rift, either one. I just prefer Berserker Barrage for the second ability, because it does that extra damage. Again, it's good for lane clear, and it can help you go in for those early kills in the game. And then of course third is Tectonic Rift. After this point you can do whatever you want, honestly, but personally the order of importance that I would like to say is Berserker Barrage, Anvil of Dawn. Well, Anvil of Dawn is, of course, is the most important ability in his moveset, but you can only get the points for your ult every so often. But Berserker Barrage first and foremost, Mjolnir's Atonement at, you know, the close second, and then Tectonic Rift as the third item of importance. Kind of doing just a random setup here to help convey what I'm talking about. And there you go. Again, order of importance, sorry, is Mjolnir's Atonement, Berserker Barrage, Tectonic Rift, and of course Anvil of Dawn whenever you can put a point in that, because it's your most powerful ability. Guess I'll go ahead and save that. Moving on, we're gonna go to his item set. And I kind of have a bunch of things here. It's diverse, but it's only really one build, and it's kind of just representing what he is good at. Now, first and foremost, Death's Toll is a good starter item for him. Plus to his physical power, plus to his health, and then hitting an enemy with a basic attack restores 6 health and 1 mana. Kinda gives him a little more staying power early on, you know, when you're playing Conquest or whatnot. And, there you have it. There's really all that has to be said, but it is a good beginner's item for Thor. Then the other items are Wrath of the Gods for some extra lane clear, although that's not very necessary. Other option would be Greater Sprint for getting in and out of combat very easily. I actually highly suggest that. And Girdle of Support, using this item, gives all allied gods in a 70-foot radius plus 20% physical and magical power buff for 10 seconds, cooldown 60 seconds. Which is really good for pushing, and as you already know, watching my earlier videos if you've watched those. And, you know, in case you haven't, just to let you know, Wrath of the Gods, in case you don't know, basically does, you know, a good stab damage to minions in a short radius of you, pretty much instant killing them, And Greater Sprint gives you a 40% speed boost for 6 seconds. It also makes you immune to slows for the duration. It's pretty cool. It's pretty good for, again, getting in and out of combat. That being said, you could, in game matches like Joust that starts you with 1,500 gold, you can just skip Death's Toll altogether and get, you know, like Arena or Joust, and just get Ninja Tabby, which is going to give you plus 20 physical power, plus 15% attack speed, and plus 18% movement speed. But all in all, this is the item I would suggest as your first item. Why are you there, Executioner? Swing. Where are you? There you are. I don't know why I didn't see you there. Anywho, the second item I would suggest to be Executioner Swing or the Aussie. The Executioner Swing, sorry, does 30 physical power, and then plus 25% attack speed. Basic attacks against an enemy reduce your target's physical protection by 8%, and an additional 6 points for 3 seconds. Max stacks 3. And what the Aussie does is plus 15% physical lifesteal, plus 30% attack speed, and plus 15 physical penetration. If you drop below 35% health, you gain an additional 25% physical life steal for 5 seconds. Can only occur once every 15 seconds. The el-grimlock, sorry, is a good option. Not what I would highly suggest, but plus 30 attack speed, plus 10 physical penetration. And as you can see, Thor is just really good for stab, physical penetration, and crit, and just high damage. Those high damage builds are what he's best at. Other item on my list, and again, I should point out that you don't have to get items in a certain order. Beyond Ninja Tabby and Death's Toll, you should get items in whichever order you feel is the most important for the situation given to you at the time. For example, if your problem's a tank, physical penetration is probably the way to go. That being said, the next item on my list is Titan's Bane, physical power plus 30, and all your physical attacks gain 33% physical penetration, which is really nice. Next item on the list is Jotun's Wrath, plus 40 physical power, plus 150 mana, plus 11 physical penetration, plus 25 cooldown reduction. Now this is a must with whatever build you make with him, I feel, because that cooldown reduction can be very useful, of course. And plus 40 physical power, plus 11 physical penetration. You don't, lift your nose at, turn your... Excuse me, sorry. Another optional item would be Brawler's Beat Stick, plus 40 physical power, plus 20 physical penetration. And your enemies hit by your basic attacks have 40% reduced healing and regeneration for 8 seconds, which is really good when you're dealing with tanks or really heavy heal tanks, etc. And then now we're going to move over to crit items. Malice is a good option, plus 50 physical power, plus 20% critical strike chance. When you deal a critical strike, you deal an additional 75% of your total physical power as physical damage over the next 3 seconds. Additional crits refresh this effect. Really good item. Just the Malice Rage Deathbringer combo is very good. Although I usually don't go for it because honestly, Rage and Deathbringer is all you need in terms of crit items. And what they do is Rage, of course, physical power of plus 30, critical strike chance of plus 30, and then its passive is your basic attack does not critically strike. If your basic attack does not critically strike, your critical strike chance increases by 10%. Max stacks 5, resets on successful strike. And then Deathbringer, plus 50 physical power, plus 20% critical strike chance, and critical strike damage is increased by 50%. Now, the next items on this list kind of convey and reflect that Thor could also be played kind of tanky. And that being said, there's different items that can kind of fit into this niche of his, because he can be played kind of tanky despite being an all-out assassin. For example, Shifter's Shield, which is plus 40 physical power, plus 15 physical protection, plus 15 magical protection. Passive, while over 50% health, you gain plus 20 physical power. While under 50% health, you gain plus 20 protections. Void Shield, plus... you see what happens there, it's kind of balancing out the assassin slash tank there. And then Void Shield, which is plus 25 physical power, plus 50 physical protection. Passive reduces the physical protection of enemies within 55 units by 15. Again, kind of tanking you out slightly while not, lessening your damage output. Magi's Blessing is a good item to have because it gives you plus 15 to both protections and plus 350 health, makes you slightly tanky. It absorbs a single hard crowd control effect or root once every 45 seconds. When this occurs, the owner also receives 1 second of CC immunity, which is crowd control, of course. And that being said, remember beads is a good option for your activated items, and so is blink. Blink's a good option for your activated items, although it's not necessary because of Mjolnir's Atonement, allowing you to teleport. Now, next item on the list is Hide of the Urchin, which is a must-have for any tank. But again, I don't advise playing a full tank route. But if you wanted to do that, and again, I really like to promote those strange out there builds, things people don't see coming. Build a tanky Thor, people will probably be caught off guard by it and not know how to react. But there you go, if you want to go that route. Hide of the Urchin does plus 45 to both protections, plus 250 health, plus 250 mana, and you gain plus 2 magical protection and plus 2 physical protection for each god kill or assist, max stack 10, meaning a total of 65 to both protections. Spirit Row, which is plus 40 to both protections, plus 15% cooldown reduction, and you gain an additional 15% damage mitigation for 3 seconds whenever you are hit by a hard crowd control effect. This can only occur once every 10 seconds. And then finally, Grown Forged Hammer, in case you want to do more of a tanky build, allows you to have more damage because it gives you plus 55 physical protection, plus 350, making you slightly more tanky. But here's the catch: its passive is plus 15% of your 15% of your physical protection is converted to physical power. Kind of, you know, giving you that niche I just explained on, you know, how to play him. But that being said, all in all, what you would do with a build is something like this. You know, for Arena would be like Ninja Tabby first, then your next item could be Rage, get that extra damage and crit, you know, work towards Rage. Then after that, Executioner Swing, which will give you slight penetration plus extra attack speed, and, you know, combined with the Ninja Tabby. Then your fourth item should probably be Deathbringer. Again, crit damage. Then Titan's Bane, and then Jutin's Wrath. And then you kind of have this, you know, niche going. And instead of Jutin's Wrath or Titan's Bane, you could also go for the Aussie for, again, more physical penetration and attack. Just the extra attack speed and the physical lifesteal is kind of the benefit here. I should also note out that I'll also put it down here in consumables for some reason. I don't really organize this thing. I just put it wherever I can put it. But Devourer's Gauntlets is always a good option for any tank. Sorry, not tank. I meant to say assassin. And so is Soul Eater. So you could also kind of go for that triple lifesteal. That triple. Shut up, Thor. I'm talking. That triple lifesteal. Don't hurt me. I'm sorry. That triple lifesteal combo with Devourer's Gauntlets, giving you a good physical lifesteal power combined with the physical lifesteal, you know, attack speed kind of meshing for you, although other gods use this a lot better, such as Fenrir and Kali. So I honestly just suggest, skip it all together usually, go for a straight damage build, and rely on Thor's very, very good kit to get in and out of combat, and usually I'll take something like Greater Sprint to, you know, allow me to do this. And also another good option, always another good option in the terms of actives, is Greater Meditation, because, you know, any god that uses up their mana really fast like Thor can really use anything like Greater Meditation. As you also saw in the clips I showed before, I'm pretty sure I was using that combined with Girdle of Support, but remember, Greater Sprint is always a necessity in many situations. That being said, it looks like I am just about done with this Thor build. I really thank you guys for watching. You guys have been very cool. All 5 of you. Just joking. But you've been very cool to me, and I really do appreciate it. Look at Thor go. He's into that shit. He's into this. But yeah. And again, I've stated this before, I'll state it again. He's very, very well represented here in his lore, you know, in comparison to his abilities. Because, you know, Mjolnir always comes back. Mjolnir, sorry. Thor is just a badass all around. God of Thunder. Brings the thunder. But yeah. This is Survivalpunk, signing off. You have a good day, guys. And gals, sorry. Bye-bye.